Well, see, that's the thing is Austin didn't give any incentive to anybody but Danza to win the league. So, like, Danza's going to try hard, you know, and the rest of us are just going to be like, hey, we're having fun playing Pokemon. And Danza's going to win the league. Like, oh, Danza. Oh, Danza. This league has changed his life, though. He's been followed by Chris Hansen. Oh, God! The Diggersby's gone. Why? It's back. Okay, we're good. It just wasn't in the battle box. That could have been unfortunate if I just, like, had 5 Pokemon in my battle box. But alright. So, let's... I'm going to switch to in-game music for this. I'm going to switch to in-game music. Because I don't want to deal with other music. Not going to lie. Danza's done. We're done. Let's go. Here we go. Everybody's excited. I'm hyped. I'm ready. Pokemon battles. Go Goat. Bronzong. I didn't even know he had a Bronzong. When did he get Bronzong? I don't know. I don't have the thing for the sprite for Bronzong, which is always good. So I'm just gonna leave an empty space there. And yeah, we're gonna put that in post maybe. Thundy can go there. Terrakions here. There's no Mega Blastoise. There's a Go-Goat. There's no Hippowdon. Oh, he does have Cofagrigus. Okay, well I'll leave that space open. And we can deal with Bronzong. Just for everybody's reference, that empty slot is Bronzong for sure. And on my side, my lead, let's see. I kind of want... So he's probably going to be Z Go-Goat. Wouldn't surprise me. I don't even know what he dropped for Bronzong. And he's got Cofagrigus, he's got Terrakion, he's got Deoxys. I'm going to lead with Swampert. Nah. Diggersby. Probably Diggersby. That's what we're going to go with. And we're going to rock out with this squad. No Mega Blastoise feels good, man. Feels good, man. Bronzong feels less good, man, because I just, like, don't... You know, when I don't prep for something... Admittedly, Bronzong isn't that threatening to my team, to be honest. If he's rocking Heat-Proof Bronzong, I'll just be, like, floored, too. Dallas. That is the Terrakion. We're in this, boyos. We in this, boyos. Let's see what Terrakion wants to do. It's probably going to just kill me with a close combat. Earthquake kills. Maybe he thinks I'm Scarfed? Worth? What is my Swampert? Is my Swampert physically defensive? That's a question you should be asking yourself when the battle starts. Alright, yeah, we'll go into Swampert here. I'm not going to sack off my Diggersby right now. That's a big old no-no. I'm not Scarfed, and I could bluff Scarf, but, like, y'all know how big of a risk that would be right now? Is he going to think I'm Scarf Diggy? Leading off with the Scarf Diggersby would be a decent play against his team, since it does check pretty much his entire team and can U-turn on the rest of it. But Scarf Diggersby can't even outspeed a Deoxys speed, so I thought about Scarf Diggersby and opted to go with the Muscle Band instead, since that extra 10% does give me a couple of guaranteed KOs where I would miss them otherwise, and doesn't lock me into a move, and doesn't only activate when I am using a super effective move. So return is boosted. I thought about Silk Scarf, but I figured, you might as well go with the 10% on everything instead of just the 20% on the return. Since things like the Cofagrigus and the Terrakion exist, I can get that extra 10%, that 10% when I'm rocking a knockoff or an EQ, instead of the 20% that I would get for Expert Belt. That is obviously better anyway, since I do have almost perfect coverage for his team, but mostly for the Thundurus, I think, is actually what this was for. And we are going to switch out, as he is going to stay in and probably just click Close Combat or Rocks. And there's the Close Combat. We are going to eat this. So we do get information. That's a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage. So are you adamant? That's like adamant damage right there. That's clean adamant damage right there. Now you're at -1. So Earth Power. Earth Power exists. Even Scald is like 90% min. You don't have... Well, Thunderous can defog, I think. I could just Toxic here as well. Predicting Thunderous on the Earth Power. Since I did survive that. Scald's also free. Scald's 100% free. If he goes for another close combat, then Scald kills. Do I need rocks this week? They're helpful, but they're not imperative for my success. So I'm going to go for the Scald here. He's probably going to switch out. I could have just set up my rocks there, but I should be able to get it out. Well, I'm not good. Well, with a Rindo? Thunderous Eye? Grass Knot with a Rindo? Max out at 116. And we see leftovers. Okay. And we have 119, so that's timid. If he's modest, then like the 50% chance to kill. Not even. It's lower than 50%. 119. It's 31%. So I can set up my Stealth Rocks here. And if Swampert dies, you know. That's fine. If he's adamant Terrakion, then that's crazy to me. Because then he doesn't outspeed Guard. You know, which is fine. Although he could be adamant Scarf. Goes for the Grass Knot, pop the Rindo. Let's see. We live that. We set up our Stealth Rocks here. And if he wants to go for the defog, I think my play is just to click Stealth Rock until he kills me. I'm just going to click Stealth Rock till he kills me. And he is getting leftovers back, so he may just do this till he gets his full leftovers back, which would be annoying. But we see the defog. And, you know, if I'm Danza, I say, okay, we're locked in this situation. I'm just going to get my leftovers recovery back here. So I'm just going to defog until you kill me. Or not until you kill me, until you prove to me that you're... not clicking Stealth Rock. So I think I'm going to click Toxic here. There's the defog. And then I'm actually going to switch out my Swampert and be able to bring it back in again on the Bronzong. Since he's now going to be freely able to not click defog. But I do still have a chance to get my Stealth Rocks up. And I can very freely go out into my Thunderous here. And set up a nasty plot. So, I don't know what he's going to have for my Thunderous with his Thunderous. But there's no rocks right now, but I'm not going to stay in. Since I do outspeed the Bronzong, as long as he doesn't get his own Stealth Rocks up, and I have no removal this week, so that isn't great. But this thing doesn't learn Icy Wind, it only learns Hidden Power Ice, which is really annoying. He could rock Hidden Power Ice, but I don't see him rocking Defog and Nasty Plot and Hidden Power Ice and not an Electric-type move, to be perfectly honest. I know I have 2 ground types that resist and an immunity in Thunderous T, so he may not run an Electric-type move, but I mean, I also do have Vaporeon and a handful of other things that like don't appreciate it, and that would make Gardevoir like hard wall this thing. So we're going to go down to my Thunderous, facing down his Thunderous. And there's the U-turn, so a good prediction on his part to know that I was going to switch out there, but it doesn't do very much. And he doesn't get any information about my spread right now. So he could go out into... What scares me right now? Terrakion? Terrak scares me a little bit. But I do have a Charty Berry. So I can Flash Cannon the Terrakion. Because we're going to live any hit. Flash Cannon's going to do a clean 70%. Or I just sack Swampert to the Stone Edge, which we live. He was probably adamant. I think he's Scarfed. Yeah, we do live a Stone Edge. After the U-turn damage, it's like a little bit of a roll. if he's adamant max attack. But there's the Terrakion. 141. There's like 4 rolls that kill me with Stone Edge right here. But if he misses the Stone Edge, then we in great shape, is basically what I'm trying to say right now. So I'm going to click Flash Cannon, and he's going to miss a Stone Edge. Guys, I am calling the shots right now. We're going to click Flash Cannon. He's going to Stone Edge, and he's going to miss. He's not going to close combat. I'm never going to go into Heatran or Diggersby here, which would be the targets for close combat. Because Azelf resists, Gardevoir resists. No way, he's Rocky MZ? Oh! This man popping off right now. Alright, that's going to kill me through the Charty Berry. If he didn't have the Rocky MZ, man. Dude, we had the berry. He was, like, ready for the berry, too. Wait, when did Terrakion become one of his Z? I don't even know it's his team anymore, dude. Rocky MZ. We don't even know if it's Rock Slide or Stone Edge. But okay, so Terrakion kills Thundurus T with Rocky MZ. Alright, so what do we have here? To come in on a Terrak that it's clearly not Scarfed. It's clearly not Scarfed. Does Gardevoir take a Poison Jab, or do we just get 6-0'd right now? Because that'd be hilarious to me right now if this happened. So, Terrakion. Wait. Is this a Z user? According to my notes, it's not a Z user. Hold on. Hold on. I know this might, like, freak out the stream, but I'm, like, legitimately about to go check this doc right now. Because this Terrakion's not a Z user. Unless he made some sort of transaction for that. Let me check. We got time. We got, like, 30 more seconds. Come on, PCL doc. Oh, he did switch it. Okay. He did switch it over. So we can go into Gardevoir. Bronzong's easily his switch in here. I click Willow, I guess. He doesn't stay in, because he can't kill me with Poison Jab. It doesn't Oko. So I'm going to Willow. Which is honestly my only way to win against Terrakion, and to keep my Gardevoir healthy, because I have to sack something every time Terrakion comes in at this point. Because my Azelf can't touch it. Simple as that. Azelf has nothing for it. So he's going to switch out into Bronzong, which is easily his Gardevoir answer. He goes into Bronzong, I go into Heatran, 100 times out of 100. There's literally no reason I would ever stay in with Gardevoir. Or I go into Swampert, actually. Show me this Bronzong right here. Yeah. And I go 100 down to Swampert before the rocks come up, and set up my own Stealth Rocks. There was no reason that I had to go hard into Swampert right there. And so we are able to burn this. If he goes straight for a whatchamacallit, Gyro Ball, and I die, then, like, fine. Honestly, resisted Gyro Ball with the burn may not kill Swampert. It probably will kill Swampert, but I am a max Fizdef Swampert. So if Bronzong has no attack investment and is burned, then Gyro Ball's doing 4 to 5 damage. A max roll is 5, every other possible roll is 4. According to the damage calc, it is, quote, possibly the worst move ever. And that is to my Swampert, which has no speed investment at all. It does approximately 1.9 to 2.4%. So if he goes straight for the Gyro Ball, then Swampert's in for free. If he goes for the rocks, then Swampert's in for free. And he could go for like a Psychic, predicting the Swampert to come in here. But I get my rocks up here, which is something I think I desperately need. There's an EQ. Okay, so yeah, he's going to take me out, which is actually fine. Just because he doesn't have his Stealth Rocks up, but neither do I. But Bronzong kills Swampert with Earthquake. Now, there's no way for me to know whether you're Trace or Levitate. Not Trace or Levitate. Heatproof or Levitate at this moment in time. So I'm going to go out into my Diggersby, and I'm going to click... I could click Knockoff, but if he brings in his Terrakion, then he wins the game on that Knockoff. So I could click U-Turn here. Or I could click Return. That's not a good play. I could click Earthquake, scouting out his spread as he gets his Stealth Rocks up. He's probably Levitate. Like, he's gotta be a Levitator, you know? Because it's gotta be a switch in for things like the Terrakion. I could just U-Turn. And if he gets his rocks up, that's fine. He's proving to me if he goes for Stealth Rocks that he is a Levitate set. So I'm going to U-Turn. And if he goes Terrakion predicting me to knock off, then that's the only way I'm going to win this game anyway. Is going back into Gardevoir hard right there. So we're really behind the 8-ball on this one. Not going to lie. He does stay in. So he's probably going to set up his Stealth Rocks here. I did a decent chunk, actually. Muscle Band, man. That does work. Alright, so at this point, I don't think he's going to go straight for an Earthquake. Just going to throw that out there. So I can go out into... Well, I'm actually going to go out into Azelf, I think. I'm going to go Azelf here. I could go Heatran, but I'm actually just... I think Azelf's a better play here. He's going to set up his Stealth Rocks, which is a turn too late, arguably. I probably should have gone into this thing and taunted, instead of going Diggersby there after the Swampert died. I admittedly just talked about it, but forgot I had taunt. Now at this point, Trick looks like a pretty good play. Since Coffagrigus could come in here. I don't know what item this thing has, honestly. If Terrakion comes in, then I just gotta sack something and keep going. Basically, is where it all comes down to. Or I click U-turn and just keep doing that. And then just go Heatran. Yeah, let's do that. Let's U-turn. Let's U-turn. He's probably just going to stay in and click, I don't know. Oh, he's going to switch out. What are you going to go into? Terrakion. Can't trick that. Can't taunt that. Boop. That's damage right there. That's damage right there. We go into the only thing that can take a hit right now, which is Gardevoir. Doesn't like taking a hit with the rocks, but with Bronzong where it's at, Hyper Voice is much freer now. And I can always go into Heatran on the Bronzong. Well, he's got the Earthquake, so I can always go into Azelf on the Bronzong. And then U-turn out again. So, or you can Poison Jab, not kill, and let me kill you with a Hyper Voice, and actually give me a chance in this game, Danza. Would appreciate. Alright. So, because if this thing doesn't kill, then I have a chance between... That damage from Azelf was not insignificant from a resisted U-turn. So he's going to switch out. Right back into Bronzong. So yeah, Ice Punch is doing like 30% to a... whatchamacallit? To Terrakion. So from this range, I don't think another Hyper Voice kills. I do think Heatran is more important than Diggersby. So I'm going to go Diggersby. If he Gyro Balls, fine. Doesn't really matter to me. If he explodes, fine. Doesn't really matter to me. If he If he Earthquake's fine, we live that. But Gardevoir has two more switch-ins before it starts to become rolls on whether or not the Swampert or the Terrakion can kill with Poison Jab. If he's Adamant-Natured, actually, it might even be one more switch-in. It might even be one more switch-in if he's Adamant. So we're gonna find out how that's gonna go down pretty soon. We're gonna go out to Diggersby here, and he's gonna hard switch out into this man making reads right here. TB12. That is the Go-Goat. That is the Go-Goat. Watch this maybe Scarf Go-Goat right here. Does Return kill you? Do I go for it, even if it does kill you? Return doesn't kill you. U-turn does like 80% though. I'm gonna click U-turn here. I have a lot of speed in myself. That didn't make any sense. I have a lot of speed in this Diggersby. I think I'm guaranteed to outspeed Go-Goat. And I have a Heatran. He could go Earthquake. I could see that play being real. But my weakness... Well, it's not Z Go-Goat. It's not Z Go-Goat, so we're good, we're good. He could go Terrakion. I'd love it if he went Terrakion. We just get a huge U-turn off on that. I don't see him going Terrakion. Now, he definitely is going to think that I've got Quick Attack, and in retrospect, in thinking about it more deeply, I think Quick Attack would have been really useful in this match. But we don't. We don't have Quick Attack. So, it's double Z. That was his plan all along. Lull me into a false sense of security by going for one Z move, then popping out the second Z move. Keegan, which is the Cophagrigus. We're just going to U-turn off on this thing. Yes. Damage. Now we are Mummy. Now we are Mummy. Which is great. Just grand old great. And we're going to go out into my Nolan. And we're going to click Lava Plume. I could click Dark Pulse, but again, if he goes into Heatran and I click Dark Pulse, then I lose. Actually, well, no. No, I don't. Not yet. Because he can't click Poison Jab and lock himself into it yet. Oh no, he's not locked into anything. Duh! Yeah, we do not click Dark Pulse. Flash Cannon, potentially safer. But Lava Plume can burn things. I don't think he's going to expect Dark Pulse, to be honest, but he's going to switch out. Flash Cannon is easily the safer play because it does cover everything except the Bronzong, and the Bronzong doesn't outspeed me, so I can hit it next turn. So yeah, I'm going to go Flash Cannon. I don't think this thing can touch me, and he's not going to set up a Trick Room in my face because he's got a Terrakion, that's his win con. I reveal huge power. Oh, he got me. He got me with the Mummy. I'm sort of bluffing Scarf Diggersby. So maybe he's still worried about it. Because I've just U-turned every time. Which is, you know, worth considering that that's going on right now. So he may not think he's won yet, even though he's won. If he gives me Terrakion, then I think we have answers to the rest of his team. It probably would have been really nice if I had prepped for a Bronzong to exist, because I would have just thrown Shadow Ball on the Gardevoir. That's clean 50% Pain Split? Really? Okay. We shared our pain. Alright. I can do it again. How much does Dark Pulse do in comparison to Flash Cannon? Since that one gets stabbed, where Dark Pulse gets, you know, super effective. You're clearly not specially defensive, because that Flash Cannon did way too much, so you're definitely physically defensive. So Dark Pulse is doing 58 to 69%. But again, if he goes Terrakion on the Dark Pulse, then I lose the game. Risk it worth taking? It doesn't even kill from there. He's over that percentage, so why would I even do that? I guess the flinch to not let him Pain Split, but the Pain Split doesn't matter either. I don't care what Heatran's health is at. It's gonna die as soon as he goes into Terrakion. Flash Cannon. I don't see him going Terrakion after I just click Flash Cannon, not Dark Pulse on the Cofagrigus. That turn would have been the one to click Dark Pulse, because now I could put him in the mind games of, like, do I want to click Flash Cannon and predict, or do I want to click Dark Pulse? He'd be a little bit low. Actually, well, would he be lower? Yeah, he'd be a little bit lower, because there would be less HP to split between us, because he would have taken about 10% more. But this is going to do a clean, 45%, which is a pretty low roll, all things considered, and put him in range now. In range now of Dark Pulse. Go Terrakion. Go Terrakion. Do it. Please go Terrakion. Oh, I'm begging you to 6-0 me right now. Oh, I'm begging you to make this read right now and just go Terrakion and sweep the rest of my team. Oh my god. I don't think I've ever wanted anything more than this. I don't know why all of a sudden I was like, you know what? Like, I just need Danza to make this read that he's now officially in range of Dark Pulse from a Heatran, and I'm not going to click Flash Cannon again. Oh, Danza, please. Oh, Danza, please. He didn't make the read. He didn't make the read! Oh, he lived! He lived! And he set up his Toxic Spikes. How did he live that? That was like the absolute lowest possible roll. Because that thing should have done like 58% min. And I'm pretty sure that's what it did. Well, at this point he's going to let this thing die. And I'm not going to click Dark Pulse again. No, I'm not Scarfed. He knows I'm not Scarfed Heatran. He thinks I'm Scarf Diggersby right now. He clearly thinks I'm Scarf Diggersby. Are you going to take the 6-0? Oh, he's not going to take the 6-0 here. Pain Split, Toxic Spikes, Leftovers, and Dead. So Heatran picking up a kill here. Works for me. So Heatran kills Cofagrigus with Flash Cannon. He might think I'm Shuka, but I'm definitely in range where Terrakion can kill me even through a Shuka Berry. I'm Salt Vested, by the way. But even through a Shuka Berry, Terrakion kills me at this point from this range. And I think I let my Heatran go down, since it doesn't actually wall Go-Goat. And if I'm thinking that he's adamant, guard out speeds. I mean, the roll he got on Swampert was massive. It was massive. He didn't go Terrakion. Why didn't you go Terrakion? You know I'm not Scarfed. Okay. I could Dark Pulse? But I think right here he's going to pull some wonky play and go into Terrakion. Like, I'm going to bait out this Dark Pulse, and I'm going to go Terrakion, and I'm going to win the game. So, in honor of that, I'm going to click Flash Cannon. Even though Dark Pulse has a chance to Oko this thing, and Flash Cannon doesn't. Crit him. Or double. Or double. Make this double. Stomping Tantrum. Life Orb Stomping Tantrum, everybody. Okay, so we're gonna... I'm gonna go out into my Azelf here. Take a little bit of Stealth Rock damage. And I can just click U-turn. So no drawback play. I'll admit, I was not ready for that. U-turn doesn't quite kill, but pending his move choice, it will just put him in range of another life orb, so he'll just die to his own life orb. And hey, maybe he doesn't have poison jab on Terrakion. Maybe he didn't decide maybe he decided he just didn't want perfect coverage. Gonna double out into Terrakion. Okay. So you're gonna take another U-turn. Now this is where I could go Diggersby. Make the big boy play and go Diggersby. I don't do that. I don't make the big boy play and go Diggersby here. I go Gardevoir. I don't have a psychic move. I have Ice Punch. I have Trick. Can't trick this thing though. I'm just gonna go Hyper Voice here. If he is adamant, then you're right. He doesn't outspeed me. So he's probably Jolly, and he's not Scarfed. I keep thinking he's Scarfed, but he already showed the Z move, so I know he's not Scarfed. And from this range, Poison Jab does kill. If he's max attack Jolly. But if he's adamant, then I outspeed him. Maybe. I mean, I have a lot of speed. But I'm admittedly not max speed. I am timid, though. There's the Pajab. There's the Pajab! Which we do not survive. And I do not have an answer to Terrakion. I'm going to go into Azelf here. Since going Diggersby is just suicidal, Azelf has one chance. It has one chance. Two chances. One, I freeze him. That's an option. I can freeze him. Or two, he misses his Rock-type move. Since this Azelf does outspeed the rest of his team, the only thing that he can go into to force me out is Bronzong. And Bronzong's worn down to the point where I think Ice Punch plus Burn plus Ice Punch plus Burn would take it out, but I can't risk taking a Gyro Ball from that thing. But this is going to do 25%. It's going to do a clean 25%. Because we've seen how much the U-turn is doing. I can get this freeze right here. No freeze, Stone Edge, he lands it. This guy's Haxors. This guy's Haxors. Just kidding. Danza's a good player. Don't tell Danza he cheated. Don't tell Danza he cheated, even though he did. Watch him not have close combat. Oh no, he already showed me close combat, didn't he? First turn? Yeah. So I guess I just click Earthquake and die to a close combat here. Yeah, there's the close combat. Alright. Well, such is the way the world goes. Great game to Danza. I really wanted that Ice Punch to freeze, I'm not gonna lie. But it didn't happen, so... yeah, that's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. As you guys have seen today, we are officially eliminated from the PCL playoffs. We're just having some fun at the end of the season. So, not too worried about the exact results. Obviously, I'm not throwing the games. I still think I had a chance to win that. Bronzong really threw me for a loop. I really need to check this dock more often. Also, Z Terrakion. Really, I thought that the teams were all squared away and we're good, and then turns out that I just didn't look at the dock. Which is, I guess, my own fault, again. This is the second time I've done that. And Terrak was Z. Yes, it was Z. Anyway. Wow, what an ending. Okay, here's the thing. The crazy thing about this whole ending, right? Carl's dead. Bronzong's worn down. I still have Diggersby in the back. I freeze Terrakion. Excuse me. I freeze Terrakion with Ice Punch. Or he misses Stone Edge. Go for another one. Freeze Terrakion, or he misses Stone Edge. Go for another one. Terrakion's dead. Thundurus dies to it. Freeze Deoxys, and we're good. It potentially OHKOs the Go-Goat, and Bronzong can't 1v1 a Diggersby. So, legitimately, the only thing standing in my way of winning that game was Terrakion. And if he didn't have a Z move, which I was not prepped for specifically, then my Thundurus was going to live. I was going to be able to pop a Flash Cannon off, put him down in range where those U-turns, and he couldn't have just kept switching it in like he did. Now, his play with the Bronzong, the EQ on my Swampert switch-in was a very, very good play on his part. And not going into Azelf straight off of that and clicking Taunt definitely hurt me in the long run. Thank you all for watching. I've tried to get away from this stream like 4 times now, and I can't figure out how to do it. So,